Okay, let's get started here. First of all, we're going to take any short time stations, any stations that can't stay around for the net, any short time stations or mobile stations, short time stations or mobile stations using proper phonetics. Come on in, guys.
Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor Mobile. Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor Mobile.
Victor Echo 1 Alpha Sierra. Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie Sierra. Victor Echo 9 George Charlie Sugar. Victor Echo 9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. Bravo Oscar Foxtrot.
Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa. VA6 FP. Okay, well spaced out there. Thanks, guys. I have VE9 Hotel Victor Mobile, VE1AS, VE9 GCS, VE9 BOF, and VA6 Foxtrot Papa. Any other stations? Did I miss anybody for a short time or mobile?
Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo here on handheld.
And we got you, Don, right at the end there. So let's go to the mobile station up top. VE9 Hotel Victor, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. This is Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor Mobile. Not too much going on tonight. Thanks for joining the net. Hello to everybody on the net. Hopefully everybody's having a great night. Just running around town doing some errands, and I'm about to go into a store, so just thought I'd check in, give you a quick check-in. 7-3, everybody. Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor clear.
Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Rod. Thanks very much for checking in there. And I was watching the weather there a little while ago, and they said there was a thunderstorm passing over Moncton, so strange for this time of the year. But anyways, thanks, Rod, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, Terry, VE1AS down in Pugwash. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Alpha Sierra. Good evening, Jim, and to all those listening to the net and waiting to check in. 8 degrees here in Pugwash, and Jim Sue will fill out the registration for Spring Hill. It just reminded her when she heard your voice. So with that, we'll say 7-3s and thank Jim for looking after the net.
Yeah, okay, very good, Terry. Thanks very much for coming in there, and thanks very much for signing up to volunteer for the Smart Dish here, you and Sue. I look forward to it there, and we do need the volunteers, so great to have you guys on board. 7-3, have yourself a great evening there. Let's go into Moncton and see Ross, VE9 GCS, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE9 GCS. Just a quick check-in. MFR repeater seems to be behaving itself for now. I'll keep a tab on it here for a little bit. But quick question: is there a maximum number of people for the Smart? Do you cut off at 100, or do you know?
No, not as yet. Actually, just on the news at supper time, Ross, I don't know if you've seen the news there at supper time, Nova Scotia is lifting all restrictions as of March 21st, first day of spring. Everything is going to go away. So anyways, so I guess we don't have to worry about restrictions as far as rooms and stuff like that. And no, because the last one we had in 2019, we had over 160 people at that one, Ross, so we're not too worried about it. QSL.
Okay, QSL, fine business. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for calling me. Have a good night. 7-3. To all the guys here. I think Rod already went out the door, but Don's coming up, and Bravo Oscar Fox coming up there too. So hi to those guys, and thanks, Jim. Doing a good job. Hopefully the MFR repeater will behave itself. 7-3, VE1 JBL, VE9 GCS here in India.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ross. No problem at all there. Yeah, it's sounding good so far, so we'll keep an eye on it there. 7-3 for now. Let's go into Member Crooks and see Bob. VE9 BOF, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. Good evening, Jim, and it's been a long, almost a few months since I've been on Fusion. I'm kind of fed up with the MFR repeater there kicking out, but seems to be working good now. Anyway, just 73s to everybody, and hope they have a good night. And VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot will be clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bob. Well, good to have you back on the air there. We did miss your call sign there, so good to have you on board there again. So take care. Have yourself a great evening there, 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go out to Alberta now. I just watched the news tonight, and Francis, it was plus 10 here today, but it's supposed to go down to minus 10 overnight. So I looked out west, and I see it's cool again out west there. So VA6FP, VE1 JBL, come on.
VE1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa. Good evening to you, Jim, and good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. Sure nice hearing some familiar voices, that's for sure. Well, Jim, you got that right. Another cold wave has crawled into Alberta. It doesn't seem to want to quit. Right now, we're looking at about minus 16 degrees Celsius air temperature, minus 26 with the wind chill. It has been down overnight this morning around 6 when I was getting ready to start work, and that's the one thing I like about it, is I didn't even have to leave the house high. Minus 41 with the wind chill this morning. Oh my gosh, it's getting too cold. I should have stayed in the Maritime. That's the way I'm seeing it right now. But love being close to family. That's one thing I have to say. And really great news, Jim, hearing that you guys are considering having... If you have a successful event, I wish I was closer to attend because I've always enjoyed them. Lots of good stuff to learn and share, and always nice to shake the paws of friends that we haven't seen in a while, but we did manage to talk to. Thanks once again for allowing us to check in. We've got a tabletop exercise right after supper shortly, so I got to get going and grab a quick bite to eat and get on to that for this evening. We'll say 7-3 all around. Everyone have a great week ahead. VE1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net. From Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa. 7-3 all.
Yeah, okay, very good, Francis. Good to have you on board there tonight, and good in everything, and the temperatures and the smart there. Yeah, too bad you're going to miss out on it there, but it will be nice to get to see everybody. That's for sure. 7-3. Thanks very much for taking part in that as always, and take care out there, and we'll talk to you again. Okay, let's go back into Moncton and see Dawn, VE9 CUB on a portable, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Victor Echo 1 JBL, this is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo here on handheld. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everybody on the Fusion net here. Greetings to those that come in ahead of me there, Ross and Bob and Francis out there in Alberta. Anyways, no real traffic. Jim, just a simple check-in. I hope the repeater hangs tough here in Moncton. And to confirm, yes, we did have a thunderstorm here at supper time with lightning and whatnot and hail and all the rest of her. So anyway, Jim, thanks for calling me in. I'll give it back to you. Victor Echo 1 JBL, this is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo here in handheld. Thanks, Jim, for calling me in and doing the net.
Okay, very good, Don. Good and everything there. Yeah, when we were watching the weather there, they just showed this little red blob going directly over top of Moncton, and they said there was thunder in it and lightning in it. So it just seemed funny that it was just one little blob, but it went right across Moncton. So interesting this time of year, that's for sure. Thanks, Don, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's open it up. We're going to go Prince Edward Island first. Any stations from PEI, Prince Edward Island, I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim. Stations from Prince Edward Island, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 9, Romeo Sierra Hotel.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
Victor Echo 9, Whiskey Charlie Lima. Okay, I got 4 stations that time. I only got 1 from PEI. I got 3 from New Brunswick. I was looking for PEI stations, but that's all right, guys. Just hang on. I get you written in here. Besides George, is there anybody else from PEI that would like to check into the net? Stations from PEI.
Victor Yankee 2. Just let me turn that repeater down. Juliet Charlie here. I was wondering if you were calling for PEI or not. I heard George and I heard a whole bunch of E9s, so I said, well, maybe calling for short time.
Okay, we got 2 that time. I got you, Joe, there. We'll get the PEI stations in here first. BY2GF. Good evening, George. And I suppose you did hear the news about everything being lifted here in Nova Scotia on March, so looking good for Smart at the end of April, over.
Okay, well, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. I'm coming through Charlottetown. Yes, that is good news. And, well, they're lifting some restrictions here also. Anyway, nothing much going on here, so I'll hope everybody has a good week, and we'll certainly look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Okay, very good, George. Thanks very much for checking in. Have yourself a great evening. Come on in, Joe. BY2JC, VE1J.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. Hi to George there, and hi to everybody else on the net there. It's nice to hear that. I think we might actually get to our camper on time this year and be able to stay there for the summer without being penalized when we come back to the sandbar here. That sounds great. I can hardly wait. Thanks for doing the net, Jim. Thanks for calling us in. Have a good net there, and we'll be listening like you to the whole thing. VY2, Juliet, Charlie, western end of the sandbar, over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Very good, Joe. No problem at all there. Thanks very much for checking in. Yes, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to get over here this summer, that's for sure. 7-3, and take care. Okay, I got 3 stations from New Brunswick. We won't call in New Brunswick. Well, actually, I'll call these just in case they had to get away quickly. Rich, come on in. VE9RSH, VE1J.
VE9. Sorry, VE1JBL. This is VE9RSH. Jim, I didn't realize you were calling for PEI. I'll connect back in when you get to the New Brunswick station. Sorry about that.
Okay, very good, Rich. Very good. I'll call you back in. I'll put another call out here for New Brunswick stations, and we'll get a list here for New Brunswick, and then we'll start the top of the list there again. So let's go to New Brunswick. Any stations? I do have VE9RSH, VE9PAL, and VE9WCL. So any other New Brunswick stations that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion, come on in.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, VE9 MTV.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9AI.
Okay, that's a good start there. We have VE9RSH, VE9PAL, VE9WCL, VE9 Golf Charlie, VE9VEA, VE9 Mike Tango Victor, VE9CGL, and VE9AI. Anybody else from the province of New Brunswick that I missed?
VE1OL, VE1 Oscar.
And I got Aubrey at the end. Okay, let's go to the top of the list there. Rich, come on in again. Give it one more try. VE9RSH, VE1JBL. VE9RSH, VE9 Romeo Sierra Hotel, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. You're up, Rich. Come on in.
E1 JBL, V9 RSH. Sorry. Thanks, Jim. Sorry about that. I guess I should be paying more attention instead of trying to do too many things at the same time. Anyways, I apologize for that. Won't happen again, or at least I'll try not to happen again. Not much here in Barrie Mills tonight. Wicked thunderstorm, hail, heavy rains, winds, the whole gambit for about 5-10 minutes. And it seemed to move off pretty good. No damage here, but I did disconnect all the antennas. But things seem pretty good now, and not much else to report here in the lovely metropolis of Barrie Mills. And I'll turn it back to Net Control. Good to hear your voice again. 73 to all.
VE9RSH, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Rich. No problem at all there, and good on the thunderstorm passing through there. Thanks very much, 7-3. Have yourself a great evening here. Yes, good to hear you on there again there, too. Let's go in and see Paul, VE9PAL, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, VE1JBL, this VE9PAL. Sorry about that, Jim, too, there. I was working on that packet PNC there, trying to get that to transmit again, and all it was is one setting, and I've been playing around with that for the last 2 days. It's a good thing I printed off my settings. All it was is my text delay, so from 30 to 50, and now she transmit. All you know, it's a good thing I printed it out. But anyway, you guys all have a great week, and take care of yourself. VE9PAL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Paul. Yeah, no problem at all there, and good on the packet. Yeah, I got the recap from Exercise Handshake last night, and Michelle gave me the recap from the packet, and there was a dozen stations on there, so it's thriving in New Brunswick in the Moncton area, that's for sure. I think you did get 2 stations from Nova Scotia check in on the packet part of the exercise there last night, so good to see it back up and running, that's for sure. Thanks, Paul. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into Shediac and see Wayne. I haven't heard you in quite a while, Wayne. VE9WCL, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL, VE9WCL. Hello, everybody. I'm in Shediac. Now, today was a most wonderful day you can imagine. I was at the Pointe-du-Chien Wharf, and it was really warm over there. And right now, it's the worst night I ever seen. We're having lightning, and it was raining like crazy. About, well, maybe 15 minutes ago, it was unreal how much it was raining. Other than that, well, I got not much to say. I want to say 7-3 to everybody that can hear me, and I'll be on the side. This is Victor Echo 9, Whiskey Charlie Lima.
VE9 WCL, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Wayne. Good on everything there, and good on the storm going through there. So thanks for coming in, and have yourself a great week there. Okay, let's go see. I'll pass by Joe, and let's go in and see Gordon up in Notre Dame. I think you're home. Yes, I'm pretty sure you're home there. VE9 Golf Charlie, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Hang there a second. We got a problem there, a little delay on the MFR. VE1 JBL with the net, VE9 GC. I had both my node going, which is what I'm using at the moment, and the MFR repeater, which was synced up really, really well until just a couple of minutes ago. Anyway, Jim, no particular traffic. Great day here in Notre Dame. It was, we hit a high of 16.8 degrees at the home QTH. Currently down to a positive 8 degrees. And like the others have reported, we had thunder, lightning, and hail just probably around 1800 hours, somewhere around there. I didn't really make note of the time. I know it was busy before I had supper. So anyway, that's about it from here. We're looking forward to the Smart. I've already put my registration in there, and I didn't hear the thing about the news there today on Nova Scotia lifting all of their things on the 21st of March, but I know that I'm now allowed to travel across the border without registering, and that's kind of nice. And as far as the other ones go, the mask and showing my proof of vax never bothered me one way or the other, so there we go. Anyway, looking forward to seeing everybody there in April. It should be great. Anyway, Jim, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in, and with that, sir, we will turn it back to you. VE1 JBL, VE9 GC.
Okay, very good, Gordon. Good and everything there. Yes, I did see your registration come in. As a matter of fact, I was just playing with all the lanyards and the name tags today, and putting the new name tags in. And of course, you were one of them. So brand new name tag all ready for you. Anyways, I'm glad that we're getting this back up and running. It gives me something to do here. So thanks, Gordon, for coming in, and we'll really look forward to seeing you at the Smart this year, 7-3 for now. And another fellow that I saw already signed up and coming to Smart this year, VE9 VEA, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Vern.
So, VE1 JBL, net control from Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha. Yeah, I didn't know, this was one of the few nights that the first try, I was successful getting in, so I guess I got things set up and running here probably near the right way now, finally. So it was good that you picked me up on the first try, Jim. Anyhow, Jim, nice net going there, and we're just coming in to say hello to all fine, upstanding hams on frequency, and wish everybody a good evening. We're not getting any of that bad weather that they're getting down the south there. So hopefully that stays down there and doesn't come up here. If I get all that thunder and lightning, I'll have to take the whip antenna off the handheld here so I don't get hit. So there you go, Jim. Anyhow, Jim, yeah, we signed up, Jim, and then the next day, I think I signed up on Saturday. The next day, my son has informed me of something my granddaughter has. It's a gymnastics competition on the same day. So between now and the end of April, I got to make a decision what I want to do there. So we'll let you know in plenty of time there, Jim. Outside of that, hopefully we'll make it, but if we don't, we'll have to put it off till next year there, type of thing. So we'll go from there. Anyhow, Jim, as the thing goes, fairly good day up here, fairly warm and type of thing, no bright sun. Yeah, I guess there's some bright sun out there too. So we'll go from there. Wish everybody on frequency a great evening and a great wake-up call tomorrow. 7-3 to all. 88 to the ladies. Special good evening to the scanner and the shortwave listeners. We'll turn it back to you. VE1 JBL, net control, VE9, Victor Echo Alpha, Burn in the big area of Tracadie, Shiloh. 7-3 Jim, thanks for doing the net and calling us in. Bye-bye.
VE9, VEA, VE1, JB. Okay, very good, Vern. Good on everything there. And yeah, well, no problem with the smart. The granddaughter's more important there. So if you have to get there, then that's fine. And don't worry about, you don't have to cancel or anything. I just like to get the registrations on there so I have an idea of how many are coming down. So anyways, don't worry about it too much, Vern, for sure there. But if you do get down, we look forward to seeing you there. 7-3 for now, and have yourself a great evening there. Let's go back into Moncton and the Irish Town. See Mike, VE9 MTV, VE1 JBL. The repeater seems to be holding up so far, Mike.
Yeah, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Good evening there, Jim. Good evening to everybody on the net. Yeah, the repeater holding up, but it's lacking. It's slowing down there, about 10-second delay there on Burns, and sometimes it catches up again there. Seems to catch up when there's local stations, and when there's somebody else from another repeater there, it slows down. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, very good. Yeah, we did have some lightning that was on in the Mastermind Toys area there in the parking lot when he started thunder and lightning and hail and rain, and we got it all. Yeah, and just a reminder to everybody, listen to what the net control is asking. It seems to be a common problem lately. There's a lot of people that are not listening to the demands of the net control operators. You should listen to what they're asking before you talk. And it's an ongoing problem here too. Lots of people jump in at the wrong time. You ask for messages and everybody start checking in, so it's not a good thing there. You gotta listen to what the net control is saying. Anyway, Jim, other than that, not too much here in Norristown, just playing around with Packet. I got a few TNCs there I'm working on to get up and ready, and maybe put up for sale if somebody's interested. And anyways, I got one working now. It's a cam-all mode. I'm working on that one for my station here. But I got a couple of those, and got a PK88 and the MFJ 1278B, I think. That's a big one. It's the biggest TNC I ever saw. Anyway, back to you, Jim. Have a good net. VE1 JBL, VE9 MTV, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, good and everything there. Yeah, I had a couple of those 1278s MFJ. Matter of fact, one of them I got from a ham up in Moncton. He's passed away there now. VE9 VUF. Oh my goodness, I can't even think of his first name right now. But anyways, he was really heavy in the packet there. I think he had a lot to do with the packet in the club at the time there. Shungi, I think it was. VE9 VUF, and I bought one of the 1278s from him. He was really into it there. So, but anyways, yeah, it's good to have it back up and running. That's for sure. And Moncton had a good time there last night in the exercise, so all was good. Thanks, Mike, for coming in. Have yourself a great week there, and we'll be chatting with you. Okay, let's go up to St. Andre and see Jermaine, VE9 CGL, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the net. Well, in St. Andre there, it's another story from down in Moncton and Halifax and Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia, because here in the north, it's a winter storm. Started around supper time. It changed over, and we had a good temperature all the day, +1, +2. And around supper time, they started to have some big winds and everything. And now it's snow and windy. It's we have some wind of 32 kilometers, and the visibility is poor. It's about less than 1 kilometer. There you go. I want to wish everybody a nice night. Thanks for making the net, Jim. And 7-3 all around from VE9 Charlie Golf Lima.
Okay, very good, Jermaine. Good on everything there. Yeah, it was plus 10 here this afternoon. And when I started the net, it was down to plus 7 when I started the net. I bet you'll be down to about 5 or 4 by the time I end the net here. But anyway, because they were given for minus 10 tonight. So plus 10 this afternoon to minus 10 overnight. So there you go. Thanks, Jermaine, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into Fur Region and see Gary. VE9 Alpha India. VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, net control, VE9 AI, Gary and Fredericton repeater. It's windy out. Gusts, well, it's over 30 here, and it's still plus 3 here. We just had around supper time rain storm went through here, and then the wind started, so quite windy out there. I can see I looked out and the antennas are beating around, but also looks like the yard's going to need a good raking in the spring. This winter's been hard on the trees out back. Nothing big, but a lot of small ends off the softwood trees that broke there's ends everywhere out there, so it's going to need a good raking of stuff in the spring there. All that wet snow and wind has been hard on the trees for sure. Okay, with that, I guess there's nothing much else to add, and good net, and doing a fine job, Jim. Back to net control. This is V9 AI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gary. Yeah, good and everything. Yeah, Mother Nature's been pruning down here in Nova Scotia, too. I still got a lot of snow in the yard here, but boy, we have a lot of the small branches off of birch trees. We got a lot of birch trees out front. And there's an awful pile of ends that have come off of the birch trees there and laying on the lawn. Now, the dog likes it. He goes out there every day, grabs a different stick, and runs around with it. So he likes these sticks coming down, but there'll be a lot of cleaning up in the spring, that's for sure. Thanks, Gary. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into Quiz Spam Assist and see Aubrey, VE1OL, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, VE1 OL. Hi, Jim. Everybody on the net tonight. Just wanted to sign in, give you another number, and say hello to everybody. Everybody's sounding fine. Snow's really going down here too, and certainly mild, and lots of signs of spring. Anyway, thanks for doing the net there, Jim, and nice to hear you. And I'm working through VE1 VAL in Greenwood. Back to you, VE1 OL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Aubrey, and good and everything there. When the Sussex repeater was down in Hampton, could you get into that one, Aubrey? And I assume you're not getting into Sussex now, QSL?
Yeah, QSL. No, I couldn't get into it at Hampton either. Even with the beam. I don't know why. VE9SMT repeater gets that fine even with a handheld, but for some reason or other, I could not hit it at Hampton, and Hampton's not very far away from me. And I can hear it now that it's at Poley Mountain, but only slightly, and sometimes not at all. So I can't use it ever. But AEH and Greenwood come in here very well with the beam. So there you go. I don't figure that one, but I guess it's a train between me and Hampton and the Poley Mountain area. Back to you, VE1OL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Aubrey. Oh, very good. Well, yeah, no problem. You get into the valley. You're just coming right across the Bay of Fundy there. So not too much in your way from your location over to AEH, and so very good. Thanks, Aubrey, for coming in. Do appreciate it there. Have yourself a great week. 7-3 for now. Okay, so we've done one New Brunswick. We've done one PEI. So let's go into Nova Scotia. First round of stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion net. Call sign here is VE1 JBL. My name is Jim, located in Tignish. Looking for stations from Nova Scotia. Come on in.
VA1, Victor Charlie.
Oscar Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey, V1JW.
Victor Echo 1, Alpha Bravo X-ray.
Okay, I got 5 stations that time. I have Victor Alpha 1, Victor Charlie, Victor Echo 1, Bravo Oscar Foxtrot, Victor Echo 1, Kilo Echo Victor, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey, and Victor Echo 1, Alpha Bravo X-ray. Any other stations from Nova Scotia that I missed? Stations from Nova Scotia only. Go ahead.
VE1 Lima Victor.
Okay, I got Hal on the end there. Let's go to the top of the list and see Don. VA1 Victor Charlie and Hansport. VE1 JBL. Good evening, Don. How's all the animals?
Oh, good evening, Jim. I got to correct you. Hansport area. I'm 3 or 4 houses out of Hansport. We got a ham down there in Hansport. He doesn't like it if I say I'm from Hansport, and I'm really not, but I'm down in the town there occasionally. So, but anyway, 3 or 4 houses out of the municipality means you don't actually live there. So I always refer to it as the Hansport area. Yeah, I was outdoors for a while today. I was putting some seed out there. For the first time, I could walk around a bit. Oh, yeah, there was a little bit of ice here and there, but there was lots of bare ground, so I took some seed out, put some seed out, and I thought, well, I got another one there. I didn't have anything in, so I come back in the house, and I got another bucket full, and I started out for that one, and I happened to look down the driveway, and halfway down the driveway, there was this flying deer. Why do I say that? Because he was high in the air. He went right over the road, didn't touch either side of the the side of the driveway and down into the bank, the canyon down there. And I thought, wow. When I looked for the other ones to come, there was nothing there. But anyway, tonight I noticed more legs there, and I started counting my numbers, and usually it's 5, but tonight it was 6. So, and the other one, I don't know if it's a buck or a doe, but I don't know if it was a buck, if he had his antlers off now or not, but it might have been another doe. But this one was very, very, very hungry. I have a big pine tree, and I put seed all around it, as well as the 15 other places. But he went around that tree, I don't know how many times, getting a little bit more licked off all the time. But it was beautiful out there. Touched on plus 13 there this afternoon, and but this is hard to believe, but I found a spot about 5 feet from the house, and there was some flowers starting to come up through it. And I thought, well, why are they coming through? You know, it's a little bit too early. Maybe closer to the house, but I don't know. There they were, but the deer probably eat them next time they see them. The signs of spring, and now the winds start to turn and blow a little more like the March winds usually do. So, before you know it, the ducks will be flying, the geese will be flying, I guess. And that's it, Jim. I guess the animals all seem quite healthy now. Cost me a lot of money, make them look happy, but anyway, some trees for now.
Yeah, very good, Don. Good and everything there, and the update on the wildlife there. Yeah, this is the first year that we've seen deer out here, Don. We live right in front of the Tignish River here. And, of course, with all the snowpack, there's not much place for the deer to go. So, they've been coming up and down on the ice on the river. And they come up every day and then go home every afternoon, and there's 8 of them. They come in 2 sets of 4. 2 large ones and 2 little ones. So I figured some other mama, papa, and a couple little ones, and then the next day here was 8 of them. One 4-pack and then another 4-pack. So 8 of them traveling together, and nice to see. Like I say, we just never really see them out here. We know they're here, but we don't see them. But I guess with so much snow in the woods, they're walking the river here. So, anyways, it is nice to see. Yes, I took the dog for a walk today, and we have blueberry land next to us, and more than half of the blueberry land was completely clear of snow. You could actually see the grass there and the blueberries. So it's starting to come, that's for sure. Thanks, John, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE9 BOF, VE1 JBL. Very good evening.
I think you mean Victor Echo 1, Bravo Oscar Foxtrot, I hope.
Oh, did I put you in New Brunswick, Chris? Sorry about that. VE1 BOF, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
No problem at all. I was surprised when I was listening earlier when I heard VE9 BOF. Like, was that me or someone else? No, it's all good here. I'm in Auburn, Nova Scotia, going through the Stronach Greenwood repeater. And yeah, it was a nice day. Plus 12, 13, I think it was. And I didn't see much of it though. I was in at work, so it was yeah, it was still a nice day, nice and warm. Summer is coming, but we always get that St. Patty's Day storm, so we're just waiting to get that out of the way, and then I can put the snowblower away and haul the bike out of the garage. So other than that, I hope everyone has a good week and stay safe and have a good time. VE1 JBL, VE1 BOF.
Yeah, okay, very good, Chris. Good at everything there. Yeah, hopefully spring will come here pretty soon. But now we got a little bit to go yet, but it is on the way. Boy, I'll tell you, nice to see the more daylight and boy, when you can get in that sun away from the wind, it's warm. We've been on the deck here a couple times on the side of the deck here away from the wind when the sun's been out, and you could actually sit out there with a t-shirt on. So it's really nice when the sun's starting to heat things up. That's for sure. Thanks, Chris, for coming in, and thanks for signing up for Smart there. I know Kevin coming up here had talked to you about signing up for Smart, and sure enough, you're all signed up there. So look forward to seeing you at Smart there. So saying that, we will call in Kevin. VE1 KEV, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, very good evening, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE1 Kilo Echo Victor. Very good evening, and Chris going out the door there. Good to hear you there. And good evening to all on the net. Joe there as well. Good evening to Joe. And we're just in the shack here, of course, playing on FT8 and making all kinds of contacts all over the world there. Been hitting here since probably about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock this afternoon there. Playing all over the band. So we certainly had a pretty good afternoon here. Got home early and decided to come in the shack. There you go. Anyway, nothing else really to report, I guess. It's not a bad evening. We're still sitting at 6 degrees here in town, and I guess you're saying it's going to get a little bit chillier, and look out for Friday maybe. Hopefully it's only 5 centimeters is all I'm getting on the report, but hopefully that's all that we're going to have. Thanks, Jim, for calling me in 7-3, and have yourself a great evening there and a great week. The one JBL from the one KEV.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to get too much snow here. They're giving, 15 to 25, but that's down along Halifax and down along, I think, Yarmouth way and the South Shore and stuff like that. I think they're supposed to get most of the snow, but I think we're only supposed to get 0 to 5 centimeters for us up here. So we deserve it. We've had enough this winter, that's for sure. Thanks, Kevin, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's get down to Greenwood. And another signee up for the for Smart. VE1JW, VE1JBL. Good evening, Eric.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and all on the net. Good net goes for you. We're hoping to make it on it. One time I signed up, something interfered, but I'm crossing my fingers that nothing's going to interfere, and we'll be able to make it up okay. Nice to hear watch the announcement this afternoon, and as like you say, as of 21st, she's going to be wide open. I guess back as close to normal as we can be. As he said, it's still, don't think it's gone because it's still here, but because of the high vaccination rates and such, that most people are just getting like a regular flu. So it's not hitting people any harder than it would if you had caught any other kind of flu. So, it's, you hit a regular flu and you're sick for 2 or 3 days, and then you get up and carry on. So I think they're kind of the point they're thinking this is kind of narrowed down to the same way with all the inoculations and such. If anybody gets sick, they're only going to
be sick, hopefully for a few days at home, and recover and move on. So looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll be good, and looking forward to the family getting moved down. I don't think they'll be here for the Smart, from what I'm understanding, but with all shuffling back and forth. But anyway, yeah, we're doing good down here. It's saying 5 to 10 centimeters for us here Friday. I'm hoping it's closer to 5 than 10. maybe it'll be lucky and it'll miss us all together, but probably won't be that lucky. So today was, I didn't see Kevin on 17 meters. I played on FT8 a fair chunk of the day, and kept looking out the window at the rain and the warm weather and watching the snow disappear. So the lawn is probably 50% bare now. So it's bearing off, and the big drifts from plowing up around the yard are settling very nicely. So we're hoping a few more days. I think later next week is supposed to be up. So maybe that takes more of it away. So we'll see what the storm brings. Other than that, not too much else to report new today. E1 JBL, E1 JW.
Yeah, okay, very good, Eric. Yeah, good at everything there, and the snowpack going down and all that stuff. Yeah, I was talking to Steve. I think the day before yesterday I was talking to Steve, and he actually sent me an email too, saying that they won't be able to get to Smart this year because they're not moving down until May. I think is when they're coming in here, or maybe the 1st of June or something like that. But they're really looking forward next year. Apparently, Steve and Colleen both volunteer for a lot of the different hamfests when they're up in Ontario. So that means I think we'll have a couple of good volunteers for Smart 23 there. So we'll keep them in mind, that's for sure. Thanks, Eric. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go in and see Guy. VE1 ABX, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to those all aboard. 7-3s all around. Just playing around with some antennas there today, and just kind of learning how to relax, being newly retired, I guess. So we're still working on that, but we'll figure it out sooner or later. You may have to go back to work. I'm getting bored. Anyway, back to you, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE1 ABX.
Okay, very good, Guy. Well, congratulations on the retirement, that's for sure, and keep yourself busy. Get more into amateur radio, buy some more radios, and get on the air, and that can keep you entertained for a while there. Anyways, I have some nets. You want to join some of my nets here? I can give you net control duties. That would keep you busy for a while. Anyways, good everything, Guy. Thanks very much. Have yourself a great evening from what do I get down? Lower Woods Harbor. So 7-3, Guy. Talk to you later on. And let's go into Valley and see Hal, another signee for Smart this year. VE1LV, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, this is VE1LV. Very good evening, Jim. And yes, we great to be able to go up there and meet all the amateurs. They're dropping off too quickly, Jim. We've lost quite a number in this area over the last, over 21. Anyway, we're out and bought a few groceries today, boys. Oh, boys, the prices have gone up. Our grocery bill has climbed. And I wish to say hello to Aubrey there. Haven't heard Aubrey for quite some time. And I don't know what's going on, but although I know he's on a hill there, by golly, he has an awful difficult time other than going out across the bay. Back to you, Jim, VE1 JBL. This is VE1 LV.
Yeah, okay, very, very good, Hal. Good at everything there, and yeah, good on the Silent Keys there. Yeah, I just looked at the Maritime the list there, the Silent Key list there, and we've got 10 already this year, and we're only in February, so that's very, very unfortunate there. But anyways, so that's why these smart smart symposiums and flea markets are a great thing, Hal. Now that we can finally get out and about here, at least we can come and see our neighbors and see our friends, and not stuck behind the radio all the time here. So it'll be great to see everybody for sure. Thanks, Hal, for coming in. Have yourself a great 87.3 for now. Okay, we've completed one round of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, so I'm going to take standby and see if there's anybody from outside of the Maritimes. Anybody from outside the Maritimes that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net stations from outside the Maritimes. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim. Stations from outside the Maritimes that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Come on in.
KD9 UF Kilo Delta 9 Uniform Foxtrot Foxtrot.
Okay, I got you, Jeff, KD9 UFF. Any other stations from outside the Maritimes? Any other stations from outside the Maritimes would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Come in with your call sign. Nothing heard. We'll take Jeff. And good evening again, Jeff. Yes, it would be evening out in Wisconsin there. And just for everybody's information, I was talking to Jeff this afternoon. He's located in Wisconsin and has a beautiful cottage up in the peninsula of Michigan there. And I've seen your pictures, Jeff. Really great place, that's for sure. KD9 UFF from Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. Come on in.
Thanks a lot. This is Jeff, KD9 UFF. Welcome from Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Thanks for the invite from Jim. I'm new to ham radio and appreciate the welcome from CQ Maritime and all the contacts I've had with the Canadian ham operators. They've really been great and very helpful. Thanks for the time to let me online, and 73 to all the net listeners. And I guess I'll send this back to you, Jim, and return net control back to you. This is KD9 UFF. Out.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jeff. Good to have you on board there tonight there, and you're sounding great, that's for sure. So, like I say, congratulations again on Fusion. Congratulations on getting on the air there. So, and you're sounding perfect, absolutely as if you were sitting next to me here. So, everything is working fine. 7-3, Jeff, have yourself a great evening there, and hopefully we'll hear you again on the Maritime Fusion Net. Okay, we're going to go start our second round here, so let's go back to Prince Edward Island. Any other stations from Prince Edward Island that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Stations from PEI, come on in.
Hey, Jericho 1 Alpha India Charlie, V1 AIC.
Okay, I got two stations that time. I got VE1AIC and VY2SEC. Any other stations from Prince Edward Island? Any other stations from PEI? Go ahead. Okay, top of the list, Ron, very good evening. VE1AIC, VE1JBL. How's things over in the island tonight?
Yeah, very good, Jim. Everything's nice and quiet over here, plus 5.5. Very much like spring outside, with snow disappearing quickly. All good here, QUO from PEI, V1AIC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ron. Now, I have a question for you. Are you on a different radio than usual? Because you have VE1AIC-7 coming up here, and your audio is more bassy than usual. So I'm just wondering, are you on a different radio than what you usually use?
Yeah, I grabbed the FT2 because the 100's only got a little whip on it. I got the outside antenna on my SDR, and I forgot about it. Shouldn't really transmit with the little whip.
So I grabbed the FT2, which is, as you know, kind of bassy. There's lots of bassy signals on there. Oh my goodness. And this is another one that has that issue. And I should have grabbed the FT3, but in the dark they both look identical. I should have got the 5 because it's got the orange buttons. I'd know it by looking at it.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ron. Yeah, well, no problem at all. Like I say, everything is fine there. You can just tell that it was a different radio, that's for sure, than what you usually use there. So, very good. Sounding good, though. 7-3, thanks very much for checking in. Have yourself a great evening. And let's go see Sterling, BY2SEC, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VY2SEC. Thank you for doing the net there, Jim, and good evening, everyone on net. I'm using the Amherst repeater here tonight because I'm having trouble with my, since Ron shifted over our local repeater, for some reason I can't seem to get my radio to cooperate with me. But anyway, perhaps I'll track him down one of these days and get some pointers on what I'm doing wrong here. But it was a good week over here. Had enjoyed the week. Didn't do a whole lot, but our rink we had for the kids, it didn't do much for that. But you gotta take the good with the bad. So anyway, everyone take care. Have a good evening, and 7-3 from Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie.
Yeah, okay, very good, Sterling. Good and everything there. And question for you. Yeah, I mean, you may have answered this before, but I have you down as Hazelbrook, PEI, Hazelbrook. Where exactly is that? What's the largest area close to that that I would be able to find over?
Yeah, Hazelbrook is on the highway from Charlottetown to Wood Islands. If you come across Wood Islands Ferry, you'll go right past my door, and I'm about probably 7 minutes from the city, just to the east. And I'm kind of across the drink from you. That's why I can get into you and Amherst and New Glasgow. But I'm just to the east of Charlottetown there. Back to you, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good, Sterling. Well, that's great. Actually, I'll be going by your house this summer. I told my wife, I said, if we ever get out of this COVID mess here, I said we're going to go for a loop. We're going to leave here. We're going to go down to Pictou and take the ferry boat over to PEI and travel into Charlottetown and get a bite to eat there, and then continue on and come back across the bridge to New Brunswick and then back into Nova Scotia. So on the round trip, we'll cover all 3 maritime provinces. So looking forward to that trip this summer for sure, Sterling. So we'll beep on the way by. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening. Okay, that was the second round for PEI, so let's go back to New Brunswick. I'm sure there's quite a few left in New Brunswick that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion. This is VE1JBL standing by for stations from New Brunswick. Come on in.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Kilo Victor, VE9 PKV. Victor Echo 9, Golf Kilo.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha Delta Victor, VE9 AVV.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Oscar, VE9 MO.
Okay, what a nice orderly crew we have on this net. I'll tell you who I have so far. I have VE9 PKV, VE9 Golf Kilo, VE9 Zulu Papa, VE9 ADV, and VE9 Mike Oscar. Anybody else from New Brunswick that I missed? Any other stations from New Brunswick? Like, check in. Come on in.
Who was in? Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, V9 TIN.
Echo 9, Oscar, Sierra, Kilo. Victor, Echo 9, Oscar, Sierra, Kilo.
Okay, I got your stations here. I convert VE9 PIN and Oscar, VE9 OSK. Let's go top of the list over to Saxon, New Brunswick. VE9 PKV, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Praveen.
VE1 JBL. Good evening, Jim, and thank you for doing the net. This is Victor Echo 9, Papa Peter Victor, Praveen and Sackville. No traffic, just a mark for the book, and that's about it. And looking forward to the nets over next week and again also. Thank you very much for doing the net. 73 to all.
Okay, very good, Praveen. Good to have you on board there as usual, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go up to VE9 GK, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Yes, good evening to you, Jim, and to everybody on frequency. It's Glenn here in Petticoat, New Brunswick here. Yeah, just following along with the net. We're coming in on the AMH repeater there tonight, and it's a very good signal here in Petticoat. So, yeah, so basically 73 to you, and take care, and we'll pass it back to net control. Victor Echo 9, Golf Kilo, back to net control.
Yeah, okay, very good, Glenn. Good to have you on board there tonight, and from Petticoat there, and thanks very much for taking part there. 7-3 for now. Hopefully we'll hear you again next week there. So let's go up to Fredericton and see the one. VE9 Zulu Papa, VE1 JBL, and let me see now. Let me try it again here. Rush to Gordish. I don't know if I'm still butchering that or not, Don. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE9 ZP returning. Well, Jim, you're very, very close, my friend, very close. On my QRZ page, I actually have a pronunciation of it in my address header there, so take a peek at that, my friend, and then you'll get it spot on every time. Anyways, Jim, had a really good day at work today. Beautiful weather out there today. Man, alive, it was almost shorts weather, holy smack. But as Mother Nature does, as usual, back to semi-springtime there tomorrow. Anyways, hope everyone has a great day tomorrow, great rest of the week, and a great weekend. 7-3 for now. VE1 JBL, VE9 Zulu Papa. 7-3, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good on everything there. Yes, I have been on the page there and rattled it off there a few times, looking at it on the QRZ there page, but I didn't have it up here now, so I just took a stab at it. Anyways, have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now, and I'll probably hear you on the net Friday night there. Let's go see JP, VE9 ADV, VE1 JBL. Victor Echo 9, Alpha Delta Victor, VE9 ADV, VE1 JBL. You there? Oh, maybe he had a phone call or something. We'll call him in at the end there. Malcolm, VE9 OMO, VE1 JBL. Go ahead.
VE1JBL in the group, VE9 Mike Oscar, Malcolm, and Hanwell. A bit easier to pronounce in Russia Gornish, so there you go. I guess, like everyone else, I'm enjoying the warm weather, and anyway, I wish everyone a good rest of your week. Turn it back to you, VE9ML.
Yeah, okay, very good, Malcolm. Good to have you on board there, and you're sounding great, that's for sure. So thanks very much for taking part, and have yourself a great week. Let's go up to Edmonton and see Bert, VE9PIN, VE1JBL.
Good evening, everyone. It was cutting quite a bit there from the interference. Yeah, the Edmonton repeater. The internet is faulting somewhere. We're not having good weather here. It took quite a while cleaning the yard this morning because we had a crust of about an inch of crusted frozen snow. It wasn't too nice to through it, and it was still snowing maybe 15 minutes ago there. So besides that, there's not much. Have a pleasant evening, everyone, and a good rest of the week. And if you ever get that bad weather, well, be safe on the shovel. Could you register and have Lee also there, since our repeater is bad? I'm going through Great Falls.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bert. Yeah, you broke up there a couple of times there, but I got most of your transmission there. And you did say something about Natalie there signing up there. Go ahead.
Yeah, could you put her in for tonight's net there? She's listening on the Edmonton repeater, but repeater is not good at all there. We've got internet problem there, I guess, at the local repeater.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bert. Yeah, we'll get her in there. So thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening there, 7-3 for now. Let's go into Moncton and see Oscar, VE9OSK, or maybe, yeah, VE9OSK, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE9 JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Seem to be having a bit of problem with the repeater here too, so I don't know how I'm going to make it out or not there. Just want to give you a checking. Thanks for doing the net, and thanks for calling me in. Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo from deep in the MAF repeater. 7 3s.
Yeah, okay, very good, Oscar. Yeah, no problem. You came in fine that time, so absolutely no problem. And I forgot to say, well, I think I mentioned that Bert before for thanks for signing up for Smart there. And Oscar, we also got your registration in for Smart this year. So thanks very much for doing that for us. And have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Okay, before we continue on, I'm going to try JP again and see if he's in there. VE9ADV, VE9ADV, VE1JBL. Did you make it back? Okay, nothing heard from VE9ADV. Okay, so that's the second round of New Brunswick. So let's go back to Nova Scotia. And we'll take our second round from Nova Scotia. Looking for stations from Nova Scotia. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim, located in Tignish. Looking for stations from Nova Scotia. Anybody from Nova Scotia, come on in.
Jim, thanks very much for calling me in, and thanks for doing the net. This is Victor Echo 9 Alpha Delta Victor, 7 3s, and back to net control.
Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, there must be quite a delay on the system right now because, yeah, I wasn't hearing you at all, but now I am picking you up there. So we got you in there, and we'll log you in. Thanks very much for taking part, and have yourself a great evening. VE1ADV, VE1JBL. Okay, let's try it again. Stations from Nova Scotia. Anybody from Nova Scotia left that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion at?
Victor Echo 1, Mike Papa.
Victor Echo 1, Quebec Delta.
Victor Echo 1, Papa Sierra, VE1PS.
Echo 1, X-Ray Tango Charlie. Victor Alpha 1, Bravo India Lima.
Okay, we got a few stations here. We got VE1 MMP, VE1 Quebec Delta, VE1 Papa Sierra, VE1 XTC, and VA1 BIL. Any other stations? Did I miss anybody from Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia stations, go ahead. Nothing heard. Top of the list, VE1 MMP. Michelle, come on in, and good evening.
V1JBL, this is V1MMP. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, everybody on the net. No net traffic really to report. Just calling to say hi from Dartmouth, where the snow is all gone now, and I guess Mother Nature has a clean slate for Friday. Nothing much to report. Thanks for calling me in. 73 to all, VE1 MMP.
Yeah, okay, very good, Michelle. Good hearing you on there, and thanks very much for taking part tonight from Dartmouth, and good to have you on board there. 7-3, have yourself a great evening. Okay, here's a stranger I haven't heard from for a while. He's either been away or something else going on, keeping him away from the net here. VE1 Quebec Delta down in Hackett's Cove. VE1 JBL. Good evening, Scott.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Victor Echo 1, Quebec Delta, right back. Good evening to you, Jim, to all on frequency. Yes, it has been a while since I've been checking in. I've been slowed down a little bit for a few months now. I've had some health issues that have sidelined me in a number of ways. I've had eye operations, and I've got regrettably lost sight in my right eye, so I wasn't successful. That's one of the things that's been keeping me down a bit, and there's a few other things going on. At 85, things begin to multiply. I have one piece of information I'd like to pass on. It may have already come to people's attention, but in case it hasn't, I think you should know that Jeff Briggs, Victor Yankee 2 Zulu Mike, is breaking up his station in Sorez, and he's moving back to Cape Cod. So in May, he's contracted with Jim Sutherland, VE1 JDS, to spend a week taking down his, I think it's 16 towers. The other news that's related to that is he's giving the towers away. So if anybody needs a tower, there are Roan 20s and there's a couple Roan 45s, big ones. And he's giving away the towers. He's giving away the excellent Phillistrand guy wires and perhaps a lot of other things that are going with those towers. So there's a golden opportunity for somebody to get a very good tower for next to nothing. Jeff is moving back to Cape Cod. He's also Victor. He's also Kilo 1 Zulu Mike, and so he's going back down that way. Congratulations on getting Smart going again. I think I'll try to sign up for it. I can't do much driving at night, so I'm going to have to figure out maybe staying over somewhere in the area. any recommendations? Back to you, and good evening to all. It's been a pleasure to sit in on the net. I'll try to come a little more often, Jim. Victor Echo 1, Julia Bravo Lima, Victor Echo 1, Quebec Delta.
Yeah, okay, very good, Scott. Good and everything there, and sorry about your problems with your eye there. Hopefully things will get better there for sure. And yes, we did hear about VY2ZN. I think George had brought it up once. I don't know if I sent out information to everybody or not there, but he did mention that he was taking things down. These towers were going to be free of charge. All you have to do is come and get them, I guess. So I guess anybody's interested, maybe go on the QRZ page and get the information about him, and you'll be able to contact him. So, but anyways, and actually he has done a class, one or two classes I think he's done in the symposium in the past there. So it'll be a loss for us for sure. But anyways, good on everything there. Very good, Scott. And there on the list on the Maritime, or on the I got so many websites going on the Westcom website under the Smart. Scroll down to the very bottom, Scott, and you'll see the hotels. I put all the hotels that are local down at the bottom. And I would say the closest ones would be the Pied Piper Motel, which is just outside of Amherst on the old road that takes you from Amherst to Spring Hill. The Pied Piper Motel just outside of Amherst. Everybody seems to like that one. There's one in Oxford, and then there's a few others in Amherst there. So anyways, we just get on the site there and have a look-see. You will see the motels, and I put the websites for each one of them on there. So anyways, hopefully we will get to see you this year, and I look forward to it. 7-3 Scott, talk to you later on. And Peter, he signed up for Smart this year, and thanks to Peter for that. BE1PS, BE1ABL, come on in.
V1 JBL in the group, V1 PS, good evening from Halifax, or Beachville, I guess. I copy Scott's comments there, kind of piqued my ears up a little bit, so I may be in touch here shortly, Scott, and see if you have contact information there for the VY2 station. Yeah, signed up for Smart. It'll be my first opportunity to attend, so looking forward to it. Heard lots of good things, and I think Larry, Vegan Wine LRL, is getting a leave pass for the day as well, so I think he and I may be running together, and I see he's signed up now as well. So other than that, I will turn it back to you, Jim, and excellent net, and we'll talk to him. V1 JBL in the group, V1 PS.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. Yeah, I just looked at the list here, and Larry is also on there. So, yeah, a couple of ones pretty good there. We got 65. 65 already. We still have 2 months to go. So, 66, I guess. I just added another one in here. So, 66. So, they're coming along, that's for sure. Very good. Thanks, Peter. Have yourself a great evening there. And look forward to seeing you at the Smart here. 7-3 for now. Okay, BE1XTC. BE1JBL. BE1XTC. Like, do I have you down here? Come on in with your name and
VE1 JBL in the Fusion Net, VE1 XTC. A very good evening, Jim and Jeff here, and I'm just outside of the Greenwood repeater, just a little northeast of Middleton there on the North Mountain. Anyway, thanks for calling in. Nets sound good, and good to get in here tonight. What a tremendous day. I'm not going to keep it. What a great day we had for I got to tell you, we got the big bay door and keep it open for an hour or two this afternoon. So it's been a long time since we've had good fresh air in the shop. But anyway, a little short-lived. I guess it's cooling off out there. But anyway, I won't keep it. Thanks again for calling me in 7-3, everybody. VE1 XTC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jeff. Yeah, I know I had you down here. I got 2 lists. I got the list for Smart, and I got the list for Fusion. And I was looking at the other one. That's why I couldn't find you in there. But I got you on here now from Victoria Vale. So good to have you on board there tonight. Yes, I know what you mean by the fresh air, Jeff. I went up today, got the mail at the end of the lane. There are about 5 kilometers. I got to drive to get our local mail here and the flyers for the week. and I rolled down all the windows, and I opened up the roof. We have a sky roof in the car there, so I opened that up and all the windows, and it sure was nice for a change. That's for sure. So it is coming. Thanks, Jeff, for coming in. Have yourself a great weekend, or a great week, and we'll talk to you again there. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go back down to Greenwood and see Bill, VA1BIL, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL, VA1BIL. Good afternoon or good evening, I guess, Jim, and everybody else on the net there. I just barely made it there. I had a late supper, and I wasn't able to grab the radio soon enough. Yeah, it's nice down here in the valley today. I think it was like 13 degrees or something like that. Really, really great. It's still nice out. You really don't have anything else to add. I hope everybody has a great week and great net. Thanks for doing it there, Jim. VA1BIO.
Okay, very good, Bill. No problem at all there. Yeah, I had a late supper too. I only had 5 minutes to spare by the time I left the kitchen table to get in here. So, anyways, but we got her going. So, good to have you on board there tonight. Thanks, Bill. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, we completed 2 rounds of everywheres in the Maritimes and outside the Maritimes. So we're just going to open it up now for anybody, anywheres. Anybody, anywheres that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion net, inside or outside the Maritimes. Anybody like to check in? Give us your call sign and proper phonetics. VE1JBL standing by.
November 1, Charlie Delta November.
Victor Alpha Hotel Romeo Yankee.
Victor Echo 9, Delta Echo November.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time. I got N1CDN, VA3 Hotel Romeo Yankee, and VE9DE, and any other stations from outside the Maritimes. No, from anywhere, actually, inside or outside the Maritimes. Anybody else that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion net? This is your time. Come on in. Nothing heard. Let's go down forward and see Steve, N1CDN, VE1JBL, and probably just left Applebee's. Go ahead.
We've been home for about a half hour. But yes, we're going on vacation Saturday, and my wife said there will be no cooking this week. But honey, the fridge is going to have VE1JBL on the group. Wait, each Hard Rock Cafe for your phonetics. I don't know what to tell you, but HRD Hard Rock Cafe, that's perfect. Jim, not a whole lot to add. I'm just checking in, as I normally try to do. I hear you talking about people signing up for something. I missed that part of the conversation, so I'm not sure what they're signing up for. And if you could let me know at the end of my term or my time. But we'll be operating as a P4 station on Tuesday and a PJ4 on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to find a fusion repeater down there to try and make it back up to you guys, but I like talking to the locals when I get on the islands. Some of them are a lot easier to work your handhelds than others. Some are pretty strict. Most are pretty relaxed. They know you're only there for a few hours. They're not going to make you get a license. So, yeah, Aruba, as long as you're under 3 months, you just put PJ or P4 stroke, whatever your call sign is, and they're good to go. They're happy, which makes me happy. So back to net control, and perhaps you can explain what everybody was signing up for, because I did miss that. N1CDN.
N1CDN, VE1JBL. Okay, you're good, Steve. Yep, good on everything there, and good on the trip coming up there. Hope you enjoy it there for sure. The SMART, it is the, let's see, it's the Symposium for Maritime Amateur Radio Technicians. Okay, that's where the SMART term came from. We started in 2016. Our club in Amherst, the Westcombe Amateur Radio Club, we started this symposium called SMART, and we had 66 people the first year, and then it grew each year. And in 2019, well, actually 2017, we had to move it out of Amherst because it was getting too big. So we ended up in Spring Hill, and at the auditorium, the main arena in Spring Hill is where it's at now. They have a couple of rooms. We put classes on all day. Steve, it's a day of classes for amateur radio. A lot of different aspects of amateur radio. The classes are on all day. We have a lot of prizes that we give away. We have a couple of grand prizes, Fusion radios that we're giving away at the end of the day. And so it's a good day of amateur radio, and a lot of people. In 2019, we had 106 plus in the symposium for the day. We have a flea market. I see. We've already got 11 flea market tables. We had the registration open for a couple of days now, and I've already got 11 tables set up for flea markets. And I said, well, maybe over the past couple of years with COVID, everybody's been hoarding stuff, and now that they're finally going to open the doors and let everybody out, that everybody wants to put a flea market table in and get rid of stuff here. So, anyways, that's what it is. It's every April, the last Saturday of April, so it's going to be on the 30th this year. And there's a lot of information about it on the Westcombe Amateur website. Maybe I'll send you a link after the net is over there, and you just have a look, see. And it shows all the past ones we've got of taken from past smarts in Spring Hill there. So that's what it is, and everybody looks forward to it each year. Thanks, Steve. And thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there, and we'll talk to you again there for sure. And again, if we don't hear you before the weekend there, enjoy your trip. N1CDN, VE1JBL clear, and let's go to VA3HRY, Hotel Romeo Yankee, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. This is Henry calling from Windsor, Ontario, southwesternmost part of the province of Ontario near Detroit, Michigan. And I'd like to say hello to everyone listening. I don't have anything for the net, but I thought I'd join in. And as we spoke a few days ago, Jim, you and I, and you gave me an invite to the net. Appreciate it. 7-3, everyone. Take it, Jim.
VA3HRY, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Henry. As soon as you mentioned Windsor, I said, okay, I already know that fella. We talked the other day, so thanks, Henry, for taking part in that there tonight. Do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. Hopefully we'll hear you more often. And 73 for now, down in Windsor, Windsor, Nova Scotia. Let's try Windsor, Ontario. Thanks, Henry. Have yourself a great evening. Now, speaking, let's go up north to up into Dalhousie. Can't get much further north in New Brunswick than that. VE9DEN, VE1JBL. Come on in, Denny.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you for doing the net. And heard a lot of station in there. My goodness sakes, it's great. They that station right now from Ontario, are just like a local, and the gentleman from also in the States there, wow, can't explain any better than that. Yeah, I hear stations from all over the place. I just love this material there, this digital, and it's unbelievable. Yes, sir, it's a great rig. I got no traffic in the way. Just want to put my calls in there, and I've been listening for a little while, but I missed every time you called. You answers and the VE9s or whatever, and I missed out on that. I had phone calls or whatever was, on my agenda here, and but there I told the girl here, I said, someone calls for me and busy, okay? So no problem. Nobody called. There you go. Thanks for doing the net, and I'm transitioning here from Dalhousie on my node to VE2 RPG repeater in Quebec side here, not very far from my home here, and I'm transmitting on my little node there, and using also my audible radio. Works nice. I just love it. VE1 GBL VE9 DEN here in Dalhousie, and beautiful weather is right. Over.
VE9DEN, VE1GBLK, very good. Did good on everything there, and great to hear you on there tonight there, Grant. Great signal, absolutely perfect. So thanks very much for taking part in the net tonight, 7-3, and we'll talk again there for sure, 7-3 for now. Okay, so with that, it is 8:30 past 8:30. So another late call. Any other stations that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion net before we close? Any other stations from anywhere?
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Sierra Echo, VE1 CSE.
Echo 1, November, Echo Lima, VE1 NEL.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet.
Okay, I got 4 stations that time. I got VE1ZX, VE1 CSE, VE1 NEL, VE1 RMJ. Any other late stations for the Maritime Fusion? Any other late stations? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 3, Alpha Charlie. VE3 AC.
And we got Frank in there. Haven't heard from you in a while there. Hopefully everything's fine. Let's go to the top of the list. VE1ZX, VE1 JBL, and I did get your notice for volunteer helping out on the getting smart set up there, Brad. Do appreciate it there. VE1ZX, VE1 JBL. Come on in. VE1ZX, VE1ZX, VE1 JBL. You there, Brad?
If you caught me, Jim, I'm in a bad spot here. I'm in a bad spot. Check me in there, Jim. If you want to do the extra remote.
Roger, Brad. We got you checked in there. We know you're in a bad spot there. Roger. We got you checked in. 7-3, safe driving, 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see Bob, VE1 CSE, VE1 JBL from New Minas. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE1 CSE, good evening to you, Jim, Northern Frequency. Yep, transmitting from New Minas with the FTM 400 here. But I'm not using my node at the moment. I could, but I just didn't have time. I knew that I had just turned my radio on. And I heard you calling out for last station. So, yeah, transmitting through Glenmont's digital repeater there, VE1 AEH. No real traffic at this time. It was a beautiful warm day. You know, I never knew that in February I would be able to go out with no coat on. Anyway, 7-3 to you, and while on frequency, have yourselves a great evening. Hope to hear from you all tomorrow morning there with the Maritime 2-meter wake-up net. Pass back to you, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE1 CSE.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Yeah, good on everything there, and know you're sounding good coming through the repeater tonight, so no problem at all. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Now let's go see Brent, VE1 NEL, VE1 JBL, and by the way, I see you signed up for Smart, and I looked on the, I went to get the old name tag out and to put new ones in. And I did have you down originally, I guess that was back in 2019, as VE1 NEL as a student. No, I had your name, I guess. I had your name as a student. That's right, too. And now we can actually put your name in there with your call sign. So VE1 NEL will be at Smart this year. VE1 JBL, come on in.
VE1 JBL from VE1 NEL. Yes, I forgot that. That was quite a while ago, or it seems like it was anyway. So yes, happy to put my call sign down and I never did make it that year. Maybe we didn't have it. I can't remember, but looking forward to going for the first time anyway. So hopefully everything stays status quo and we're able to have a great turnout. So definitely looking forward to it. But anyway, yeah, just downstairs cleaning up the basement, had that on, and wanted to get my name in there. Thanks for doing the net here, Jim, and yeah, it sounds like a great turnout as usual on this net. So anyway, it was nice here in Truro. Other than the rain, the weather was nice and warm. The road's a little muddy, but we'll take it. So bit of snow on Friday, but I think spring's well on its way. Hopefully, anyway. Anyway, hello to everybody on frequency, and thanks again for calling me in. I'm coming in on the VE1 AEH repeater, and I'm just outside of Truro. VE1 JBL from VE1 NE.
Yeah, okay, very good, right, good and everything there. And yes, it was actually 2020, that's right. We had already got things organized for SMART in 2020. Of course, it wasn't canceled until March, but we already had a pile of people who had signed up for SMART in 2020, and you were one of them. And yes, you came in, and I had already made your name tag up with your name and as a student. We had a half a dozen, believe it or not, that were going to go that year that were students that were actually going to go to SMART. But of course, everything failed after that, so we never got it in there. But anyways, you got a new name tag made for you this year with your name and your call sign on there. So look forward to seeing you at SMART this year. 7-3 for now. Now we'll go down and see Robert, one of our main volunteers at SMART. It usually works the barbecue that everybody seems to like. So, but no barbecue this year so far. VE1 RMJ, VE1 JBL, and how's the live feed going on YouTube there, Robert? Go ahead.
VE1 JBL, VE1 RMJ. Good evening to you, Jim, and all those on frequency. Well, I'd say it's going pretty good. I had to start it remotely. I was busy this evening working. Got back here just after 8, so yeah, late check-in, and the net's running along really good. I did miss most of it, but it's 20 to 9 here, so it's I'm sure you got lots of check-ins, so I won't keep it. And yeah, about SMART, I'm really looking forward to it. Really been missing it, so it's gonna be great. And even though without running the barbecue, I'm sure I'll be busy doing something there, looking at some other things here to help out with. So good stuff. Hope everybody had a great day and have a great rest of the week. 7-3. Thanks for calling me in there, Jim, and doing that. VE1 JBL, VE1 RMJ.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Good and everything. I've had the chat box open the whole time the net here, but I haven't had anybody get in on the chat box there. But anyways, good to hear you in there. Thanks very much for taking part. And 7-3 for now. Now let's go up to Sudbury and see Frank, which I haven't heard for quite a while there. VE3 Alpha Charlie. Hopefully everything is fine. Health is good. VE1 JBL. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie. Good evening, Jim, and howdy to the rest of the gang that's checked in. I'm sure you had quite a lengthy crew, since it is it's 7:40 over here, which would probably be 8:40 over there. So quite the an hour and 45 minutes, I guess, almost with your net. So very good stuff. But yeah, it's been a while. I just am dusting off the cobwebs on my equipment here. Life has been busy over here with work and COVID numbers and the whole bit. So I've actually had an opportunity now to turn on this rig, and I thought I'd come on in and check in with you, and I was just in time. So I'm glad I was to come in and say howdy to the people out in the East Coast. Always nice to hear everyone, and hopefully everyone's doing well. So with that, I'll send it back to you, Jim. Nice to hear you in there, and the rest. So Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie. Waving a hand to everyone and saying 73s to all.
VE3AC up in the nickel belt, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Frank. Thanks very much for coming in there. Do appreciate it there. Nice to hear you on there on the net there tonight there. I'm glad everything's going well there. And thanks again for taking part. Hopefully we'll hear you more often on the net there. 7-3 for now. Okay, yes, it is getting late here, so we're going to make this the last call. This will be the one and only last call, unless we get some stations in there. Last call for the Maritime Fusion net. Anybody late that wants to get out on the net, this is your time. Come on in.
Victor Echo 1, Mike, a Yankee Mobile.
Victor Echo 9, Juliet, Charlie Tango.
Okay, I got two stations there. I got VE1MY Mobile, VE9JCT. Anybody else? This is the last call. Last call for the Maritime Fusion net for tonight there. Last call. Any other late stations? Come on in.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Radio Echo.
And we got Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Radio Echo. Stand by, and we'll go to the top of the list there. Very good evening, Mike. VE1MY, VE1JBL. Are you just getting out of bowling? That seems early.
Yeah, they had a couple of bowlers missing. V1JBL for the Fusion net, V1MY. Yeah, I'm on my way home. I'll just give you a mark on the slate. There's still a little bit of mist in the air. Everybody stay safe, and we shall talk to you on down the road. V1JBL, V1MY Mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. Safe drive the rest of the way home there, and we'll talk to you for sure. That's no problem. 7-3 for now. Let's go up and see Jean-Claude, VE9JCT and Shediac, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all on net. Mikey just before me, and all. Yeah, I missed the whole net. We started to talk on the V9SBR repeater here in Shediac, Nelson and I, V9NA and myself, and yeah, I'm sure we were at it for about an hour, close to it anyway. Oh well, I'm on the list. Yeah, I made the list. Hi. Super nice day, of course. Probably all around. We went for a walk this afternoon. A nice 14 degrees, about 14, 15 degrees. So no complaints. Anyway, 7-3 again to all, and back to net control. Victor Echo 9, Juliet, Charlie Tango, Jean-Claude, and I'm in Shediac, New Brunswick.
VE9JCT, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Jean-Claude. Thanks very much for checking in tonight from Shediac, and yeah, great to have you on board there for sure. And you were number 50 on the net there tonight, so we made it into the 50s tonight. Thanks very much, and have yourself a great evening. And last but not least, we'll bring in VA3 Charlie Romeo Echo, VA3 Charlie Romeo Echo, VE1JBL. Come on.
Very good evening, sir. I guess I just made it into VE1, GBL, VH3 CRE. We are coming in from Coppercliff, Ontario, and you're sounding really good. I think this might be the first time I ever talked to you there, and hopefully we do hear you again there. So thank you so much for being there. VH3 CRE, Clearwood VE1, GBL.
VA3 CRE, VE1JBL. Okay, very good. Thanks very much for checking in. And can I get your name for the log there? And again, your QTH. I didn't quite get your QTH there, but name and your QTH would be great. Appreciate it, and I appreciate you coming in there tonight. So if I can get your name and QTH, go ahead.
The QTH at Coppercliff, Ontario. The name is Rolly Romeo Oscar Lima Yankee.
VA3 CRE VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Rolly. Well, thanks very much for coming in from Copper Cliff, Ontario. I'm going to have to go on Google Maps and find that one for sure. So thanks very much for coming in. Do appreciate it there. And you were number 51 tonight, and you closed up the net there tonight. So thanks for taking part in the net there tonight, 7-3 Pinell. Okay, so we are closing the net at, my goodness, 8:49 local time here. We had 51 check-ins there tonight. We would like to thank all the amateurs, of course, for checking in tonight to make this happen. We also want to thank all the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. A recap of the net will be sent out to all amateurs via email, and you get the recap now next week when I put out the reminder for the next week one there. So for more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.MikeAlphaAlphaRomeoCharlie.ca. That's MAARC.ca. And click on Club Activities, and then from the drop-down menu, you'll look for nets. Now that the net has concluded, the CQ Maritimes room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, Jim out in Peytonish Bridge, Nova Scotia, signing off. Good night, all.
Okay, just to let you know, VE1 GBL, Copper Cliff is the outskirts of Sudbury.
I think that's the second one this winter for you. 7-3, Jim. Thanks for doing the net. Great job for sure.
Yeah, okay, very good, Fern. Yeah, good and everything. Thanks very much for that, and we'll be talking to you for sure. 7-3 for now. And yes, I heard you, Rolly, also, and Copper Cliff is just outside of Sudbury. QSL.
QSL, sir. It's just where the smelter is.
Roger that. Okay, very good. Thanks, Rolly. Do appreciate you coming in there tonight and give us another check-in. 7-3.
Too bad. 73. Always a pleasure to hear. Thank you so much for being there.
Good night, Jim.
Yeah, good night, Vern. Have yourself a great evening up there. VE1 JBL.